I thought it might be useful to do a quick video about some of the myths and misconceptions that we hear about making people redundant while they're on maternity leave. Because it's an area lots of people are very worried about, which is quite understandable. Obviously, you're potentially vulnerable to a discrimination claim, so you want to be extra careful. The first myth we hear quite a lot is that you're not allowed to make someone redundant while they're on maternity leave. That isn't the case at all. If you have a genuine redundancy situation and you need to make redundancies, you absolutely can do that if you need to. There's no reason you have to wait and put your business plans or your needs on hold until someone comes back from maternity leave. And of course, by then you might have someone else off on maternity leave anyway. You're not expected to put the whole business on hold while you wait for someone to come back. So you can make redundancies while someone's on maternity leave, although obviously it's a good idea to be careful. The second myth that we hear quite a lot is that if you are conducting a selection process with a group of people, including someone on maternity leave, you have to automatically keep that person. So if you're reducing headcount and you have a number of people and you're reducing posts from sort of 8 to 5 or something like that, you have to give one of those posts to the woman on maternity leave. There's a slight element of truth in that. It's not quite right. And I think there is a certain amount of extra protection a woman on maternity leave has when it comes to redundancy. I think some people are perhaps overcautious and interpret it as you can't select the woman for redundancy among a group of people if she's on maternity leave. Where the extra protection actually comes in is when the woman's role is made redundant. At that point, the extra protection kicks in, and if there is a suitable alternative vacancy available, so normally somewhere else in the business or a completely different role is available, and it is suitable for her, you have to offer it to her, even if there are other candidates within the business who might even perhaps be more suitable. So there is a certain amount of extra protection. It doesn't extend to a situation when you're selecting, reducing headcount from 8 to 5 or whatever it might be. You haven't got to give the woman on maternity leave preferential treatment during that selection process. If it's a different role, then you do. If it's just reducing from a number that you've got to a smaller number, you put her through the process, same as everybody else. Obviously, make sure the criteria you're using couldn't be considered to be discriminatory in any way, but you are allowed to put her through the process in the same way as everybody else, and then the extra protection kicks in once she is made redundant, if that is the outcome. So I hope that clears up a couple of the myths, but if you want any extra advice, then do give us a shout.